My fellow Americans, today on the State of the Union address, I'm here to...
Joe, you demented fossil, this isn't the State of the Union address. This is the beginning of our President's Play Pokemon Yellow series. Get your head out of your ass and take your pills, because this is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, Pokemon games ever made.
We're not even through this goated intro and you're already being toxic. Donald Jesus Christ, the only thing you were right about is that this game is one of the hardest Pokemon games ever made. It doesn't hold your hand, it doesn't give your Pokemon undeserved experience for not battling. Or when you catch a Pokemon and without some grinding, you'll get destroyed by the Elite Four or your rival in the endgame. We all need to focus up, or we will never be Pokemon masters.
Barack, what the hell is wrong with your voice? Did you catch the China virus? So much for 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
No, I didn't catch COVID, Donald. This is just the editor's first time using 11 labs. And he found a shitty clip of me on his first try. I also spoke a lot in that last clip, so he wasn't going to waste the characters.
I have no idea what that virus is doing to you, Barack, but in the meantime, I think I have the best idea for our trainer's name.
If I can get back in this, I'm just going to take control really fast and come use the name of somebody undefeated in presidential elections.
Seeing neither of you can be trusted to pick our name, I think we should be POTUS. Seeing it's a position we have all held and contains no bias.
I'm good with that, Obama. However, it doesn't exactly strike fear into the souls of our opponents, so I'm adding an exclamation point at the end to show everyone that we are fierce and not to be messed with.
Sure. Whatever, I guess we can do that. Especially because you hit enter already. Then what about our rival's name?
Gary was always a dick in Generation 1. He was an actual enemy and somebody we wanted to destroy. Let's name him Putin, as that is a good representation of how evil he was.
Good shit, Joe. Putin is a perfect name for that piece of shit. It will definitely give us that extra bit of motivation whenever we battle him and his dumbass Eevee.
Thanks, Donald. And when we beat him, we won't just kill his Raticate. We'll also take his Corvette full of teenage girls. They might be a little old for me, but I really am in a slump right now. Can you believe the local preschool banned me from coming by anymore?
Joe, shut the fuck up before you actually get yourself impeached like Donald, or worse, get us demonetized on YouTube. You are not to talk about underage girls smelling hair or anything else creepy during this series. Do you understand me?
And just like that, the bar couldn't be set lower as we start our journey. As long as we limit Joe's cooking, Barack, we should be all right, but we have to keep an eye on him when he's actually awake.
Shut the fuck up, you two. I'm the President of the United States, if you had forgotten. And by the way, wait, what were we talking about again?
Holy shit, Sleepy Joe. Wake the fuck up, take some pills, and lock in. You're controlling our character in this first episode, and we need you on your A game and not your walking up the stairs to Air Force One game.
Oh my God, it's a Pikachu. But wait, this old man is going to steal him from us. Barack, quick, pull up on him Grove Street style.
I'm not going to even begin to unpack that, you racist bitch. That old man is Professor Oak, and he is saving us seeing you rushed into the tall grass without a Pokemon, you dumbass.
Relax, Sleepy Joe. You know that Pikachu is going to be our first party member in a minute. You're about to turn 800 years old, so you've probably played this game 100 times. I told you not to get the off-brand dementia pills from that guy at the bus stop.
I'm just a little rusty is all, Donald. It's all starting to come back to me now. After we get our Pikachu from Professor Oak, we get to bitch smack Putin in front of his grandpa. And I can't wait to humiliate that little bitch.
As long as you're right in the head, we believe in you, Joe. However, if you lose this fight, I've got Bush on speed dial, and he'll replace you faster than you can hit that ice cream button on your desk.
Don't you worry about me, Barack. I've been the best Pokemon trainer since the Great Depression. Of course, then we didn't use actual Pokemon. We trapped street rats in tin cans and threw them at our opponents. Of course, they banned that in 1932, but hey, wait, what the fuck is this communist doing? He's stealing our Pikachu, guys.
That's it, I'm calling Bush. You had a good run, Joe, but it looks like you won't reach your 1,000th birthday. Barack, go get the ice cream. I'll get old Betsy, and we can do this in the White House backyard, Old Yeller style.
Donald, you idiot, there's way too many Secret Service agents lurking around for you to do that outside the White House. Anyway, Joe, Professor Oak was going to give us an Eevee, and that's what Putin stole. Since he stole that, he gives us the Pikachu he just caught outside. You're going to have to fight Putin now, and if you lose, we're replacing you with Bush.
There's no way I'm losing to this dictator. I'll show you guys I can handle this run, and I'll start by sending his Eevee to Lavender Town. In the meantime, we need to name our Pikachu, and I think since he's not here, and he never will be replacing me, let's name Pikachu George, so he'll still have a lot of screen time in this series.
I actually think that's a good name. Maybe you are starting to come back, Joe. But don't get too cocky. It is very possible to lose this first fight, and we're definitely resetting if we lose to this asshole.
You will have the speed advantage in this first fight, Joe. The best way to go about this is probably just to spam Thundershock until that overrated rodent faints. Also, can you stop mashing the A button? We're trying to beat this game, not memorize every bit of text that Oak says to us.
My bad, guys. It's go time for the greatest president in American history. I'll prove to you all that I will soon be a Pokemon master. I'll send this smug bitch straight to the gulag. I do feel bad for this Eevee, however, as he would have been ours if not stolen. Because of Putin, we now have to subject it to the equivalent of the electric chair. It's a shame for it. I'm feeling no mercy today. Daddy Biden is here to fuck you up.
That's the killer instinct we need if we're to beat this game. Welcome back, Sleepy Joe. And it looks like you intimidated him to the fact that we got a free turn, one huge advantage for the presidents. Quit now, Putin, if you know what's good for you.
I agree, Joe. It's looking good so far. Good shit. You've already got this Eevee down to half, but it did lower your defense, so watch out. A critical hit could be bad news for us right now.
Relax, Obama. I got this in the bag more than the 2020 election. 2 more Thundershocks should finish this. Shit, that was a lot of damage, but no worries. We should be able to finish him off with this next move. Oh shit, it's alive. Guys, help me. I'm fucked. We're gonna lose. Ha ha!
Joe, just breathe and look at the game. I admit you got really lucky that Putin decided to tail whip you again, as a tackle would have probably meant we lost, but you won. It's over. Good shit. We've made our first step to becoming Pokemon masters. Some nice experience takes us to level 6 and pretty close to level 7 already.
I agree with Donald here, Joe. You got lucky he only used 1 tackle attack, but you still won, and proved you can be a valuable part of our team. I fully believe the 3 of us can beat this game together.
Ah! Guys, look, George is escaping. He either hates us or he found oil. In that case, lead us to that sweet Texas tea, my yellow rat friend.
While he probably does hate you, relax, Sleepy Joe. This is one of the main features of this game, as Pikachu follows behind you. It laid the groundwork for Pokemon following the trainer in future games, and it was such a cool feature to have for the first time.
I remember seeing commercials and advertisements for this game that showed all the things Pikachu could do, and it made me want this game so badly. A game truly ahead of its time, and you can tell Game Freak wasn't going to just rest on the success of Red and Blue. He may be apathetic towards us right now, but that's also how the anime started. This game did such a good job of not only replicating the anime, but making you feel like you were actually Ash.
This game is bringing back feelings deep inside of me. I'm Ash Ketchup, and I will be the greatest trainer in the world.
Joe, shut the fuck up and relax for a minute. I know you love 10-year-old boys, but we need you to stay focused. Head to the Poke Mart in Viridian City so we can get Oak's parcel and be allowed to traverse into Viridian Forest.
You got it, Daddy. Donald. Also, while I do love 10-year-old boys, I definitely prefer 7-year-old girls. The way their hair just...
Holy shit, I'm just going to stop you right there before Chris Hansen comes barging into the Oval Office. For the sake of everyone here and your 2024 election hopes, I think we're just going to skip until you get back to Pallet Town.
Barack, you silly goose, you're not a wizard. You can't just jump through time like you're in the movie Click. Wait a minute, how the fuck are we back in Pallet Town? Barack, have you been Christopher Walken this whole time? How come you never told me? We could have made huge money on Bitcoin and the Cubs in 2016.
For fuck's sake, Joe, Obama is not Christopher Walken, and this isn't an overrated movie from 2006. Yeah, I probably just lost half our viewers, sorry about that. But the point is, we can edit this video in Adobe Premiere to skip some filler parts of the game, like traveling on a route we've already traveled on. Nobody needs to see us electrocuting level 3 Pidgeys and Rattatas on our way back to Professor Oak.
I really have no idea what you're talking about, as I'm still trying to figure out this fax machine and this new doohickey called email, but I'll do as my advisors and Kamala say to do all the time. Smile and nod. Also, why the fuck is Oak giving us an encyclopedia? Reading sucks. I prefer the movie.
All right, I think I found the problem here. Joe, your teleprompter was unplugged. It's just rebooting right now, but as soon as it's done, you should be as good as you can get, which is the IQ of a second grader, but it's still an improvement. But Joe, while that reboots, Oak just gave us the Pokedex so we can complete his dream by getting data on every Pokemon. Going to be a tough reality for him when he learns our goal is just to catch what we need to beat this game, not carry out his deathbed dream.
Joe, don't forget to visit Putin's little sister so we can get the town map before we leave this small town for good.
Sniff a little girl's hair and play with her toys? Don't mind if I try that in a small town. Get it? Because of that country singer who got in a lot of trouble, but everyone learned his name thanks to it.
And just like that, I'm skipping until we get back to Viridian City before we get banned on YouTube. Hopefully your teleprompter finished rebooting during that trip so you stop saying sus shit like that again, Joe.
It's operational now, Obama. I'm sorry about that. Now that we're back in Viridian City, I think we should load up on some pokeballs, potions, and antidotes for the trek through Viridian Forest. Can I also catch the Pokemon we planned on?
While it's good that we should have 3 operational team members going forward, what are you talking about catching the Pokemon you planned on? Barack! Did you make plans for our team behind my back?
It was nothing personal, Donald. It was just an idea that came to my mind when you were in the bathroom shitting your brains out for 30 minutes after your daily lunch of 5 Big Macs, 2 large fries, and a large Diet Coke.
That truly was a legendary shit. Also, Joe, tell the Secret Service that the Oval Office toilet is clogged. I forgot to mention it earlier, my bad. But getting back to the point, what Pokemon do you want to catch?
Pretty much every Pokemon Yellow playthrough has the trainer raise the 3 starters because you can... Personally, I think that's boring. And I want to have a team of Pokemon most people don't use in this game. I was thinking for this episode we catch a Nidoran so that it can learn Double Kick at level 12, defeat Brock, and eventually become a Nidoking. While it's a popular choice, I didn't want to raise a Butterfree and have that be replaced. For our bird, I wanted to go with Pidgeot, so that means catching a Pidgey here. I just think it's one of the best bird designs Pokemon ever did. A true home run on the first shot. For the remaining 3 Pokemon, I think we should each pick one. What do you think about that? Also, this old fuck really just didn't catch the Rattata. What a fucking loser. Time to retire.
I actually really like that idea. You must have got your own teleprompter, too. They really are a great investment. Along with Pikachu, we should have some really good Pokemon to start out this run. By the time we get to Misty, we could easily have a Nidorino on the verge of evolution after getting a Moonstone and a Pidgeotto that can get some good levels fighting the bugs in the forest. And let's not forget Pikachu, who will be our centerpiece to defeating Misty. Good shit, Barack. But Joe, do you think you can catch 2 Pokemon?
It might be a little tough for me, seeing I haven't taken a nap in 3 hours, but I should be able to power through it. I'll get the Nidoran right here, and then get the Pidgey. After that, we should probably call it an episode. What do you guys think?
That sounds like a plan to me. They're all under level 5, so this will be the easiest thing you have to do. The entire run, Joe. I think for episode 2, I'll go through the Viridian Forest and then level up our team a little off screen if I have to, so Obama can have a family reunion with Brock at the first gym.
Fuck you, Donald, you racist piece of shit. Brock and I aren't related. But I definitely would have no problem taking on the first gym. It's a big responsibility, so I should be handling that. Also, Joe, we found a male Nidoran, so this is the one to catch. It's also at level 4, so that's a perfect level for us.
I'm on it, Barack. George is strong enough that 1 Thunder Shock can put it under half, so we should have no problems catching it right here. And let's go! First try, boys.
That's what I'm fucking talking about, Joe. A future Titan of our team has joined us. Brock won't stand a chance against Nidoran. What are we thinking for a nickname?
Great job, Joe. You've really woken up here, no pun intended. I'm thinking we name him after someone who was strong. Not just strong, but a fucking champion. How does Arnold sound after the Terminator himself?
I actually really like that idea, Obama. Nidoking, a.k.a. Arnold, a.k.a. the Terminator, will strike fear into the hearts of our opponents. That's why I'm adding a bunch of exclamation points to show how much fucking business he means.
Donald, you need to stop putting exclamation points on the end of everything. First our trainer name, now just spammed on our Nidoking. We aren't doing that again. If you want to do it on your choice of Pokemon, fine, but not on anybody else, understand? Also, Joe, next up to catch is Pidgey. Do you want to heal the team up before you go find one?
With all due respect, Barack, take a chill pill. It's a Pidgey, and we have George and Arnold, 2 badass Pokemon who can handle for now a weak bird. I'll head up Route 2 so we can find one, catch one, and then call it an episode. I'm starting to get really tired, but I should be able to take care of this, no problem.
Joe, why do you have Pikachu leading? Thundershock will one-shot any Pidgey.
My bad, Obama. I'll just switch in Nidoran on this first turn. It's a Pidgey. What's the worst that could happen?
Joe, you keep calling Pidgey a weak bird, but it's a future member of our team. It couldn't be weak if it's something we want to catch.
It's weak right now, Donald, but it won't be after we finish training it. Even a weakened Arnold should have no problem getting it into yellow. Wait, what the fuck did it really just critical hit me?
Holy shit. Joe switched to George before Arnold faints. Pidgey is faster and one more gust will kill it. Are you fucking serious, Joe?
Jesus fucking Christ, so much for a weak bird, right, Joe? You let Arnold faint. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, fine, my bad. Mistakes were made. But look at the bright side here. Pidgey is clearly strong and will be a great member of our team. I'll just chuck pokeballs at it until we catch it, seeing George will one-shot him.
You sleepy geriatric fuck. You better hope George doesn't faint, or I'll make sure you don't make it to 2024 myself.
You see, it's all good, Donald. We caught it. I'm sorry I let Arnold faint, but I won't let it happen again. We now have 3 strong team members, and the Pokemon world doesn't know what's coming for them.
It's only the first episode, and I guess you did catch both Pokemon and beat Putin. I'm going to let this one slide, Joe, because Melania told me to work on my anger, and I don't want her to beat me if she hears I killed you. Obama, do you have a good name for Pidgey?
Honestly? No. I should have been thinking about this.
Good thing we have our old friend Time Skip, since none of us are creative. And spoiler alert, everyone, after sitting here for 5 minutes, we didn't think of anything good. So we just went with Bill, since we already named Pikachu after Bush.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed with us, but let's look at the bright side. We beat Putin, we have half our team, and we're ready for Viridian Forest. This is a great stopping point, so let's rest up and Don.
Oh my God, look at these 2
you
little
do your
girls.
thing in the forest next episode.
I'm going to sniff their hair, yay.
Yeah, we're definitely ending on that. I got you next episode, Obama. And to all the viewers, I'm sorry if this isn't the best quality, but this is our first time using 11 Labs, but we had to give this a try. We welcome all suggestions so we can improve. See you next time, everyone. The future Pokemon Masters have begun their quest.